So I figured out a way how to easily get them in the travel cage in case there was an emergency. About a little over a month ago, I live in an apartment building, and at sometime around 2 o'clock or 2:30 a.m., I wake up to the sound of a fire alarm. It was a very faint sound, but it woke me up enough. Well, it was loud enough to wake me up, even though it wasn't really that loud. I realized, oh wait, there's a fire, or I hear the alarm. I didn't smell anything, but then I did get up and I went toward my door. If I recall, I have it all written down, but basically I opened the door and I smelled smoke. I didn't see it, but I smelled, a fire, smoke. So I'm like, oh God, I gotta, get out of the building. And I had to figure out how to get them in this travel cage because I clearly can't take this big cage with me because I have to go through steps, and it's just too awkward and too big to easily take out of my apartment. So I put them in this travel cage, but I had to basically get a little towel and grab each of them and just throw them in this cage. And I tried to be as gentle as possible, but I couldn't spare any more time trying to catch them. I'm sure they were freaked out because I had to wake them up. I mean, I'm sure they were already awake when they heard me wake up, but just to know that they're being grabbed and put in this cage, that was one of the first things I had thought about after waking up. And then grab my belongings, hurry up and go outside. Fire department was already here, or already got here by the time I went outside. These are not little pets you can just easily pick up. They'll fly away, or I'd have to chase them. I know how to get them in the main cage, but it's just I have to basically dim the lights. And anyways, that's another story. But the most important thing during an emergency is to get them in this small travel cage so I can easily take them out. But in the future, I don't want to have to do what I did to get them out. I want them to easily go into this cage. So I realized that I just take my little table here and I open both cages, and they can't escape, but I will end up putting a blanket over this, and so they're not going to be able to, even through this crack area, they're not going to be able to escape because this blanket will cover it. But this is what I'm going to do from now on when I go to sleep, or when I leave them alone. And what I'll do is I will open this top cage. So like if I'm gone during the day and an emergency happens, I ask my neighbor to get the birds out. I will have this open so they can always fly freely. And all we have to do is just make sure they're in there and then put the cage over. But I'll have to figure out how to do that workaround during the day. But at least at night, I know that they're secured and they can easily go into this travel cage, and I can take them out in case there is an emergency.